Hey, what is up, guys? This is Pramod here. So, today I'm going to share my complete COVID 19 experience. Why it is an experience? Because I was diagnosed with COVID 19, so I was COVID 19 positive. So, I thought maybe I'll share my story with you and give you some preventive and precautionary measures so that you can avoid getting COVID 19 positive. It is not an option, but it can save you. So, to be honest, it was one hell of an experience with COVID 19. In the month of September, on September 5th, I got myself tested and the result was positive the next day. I got myself tested on an RT-PCR kit. So there are different kind of tests that are available. Some say there are rapid tests and there is an RT-PCR test. So I did my own research online and I got myself tested on an RT-PCR kit. Why? Because it is most accurate. At least 75 to 80% of the results on the RT-PCR are very accurate, and they tend to provide a value called CT value, which actually helps you in understanding how much is the virus infection in your body and all that. So on on August 30, I guess I went out with one of my friend. He happens to be one of my best friends. So after unlock and everything, we thought, okay, we'll get some modifications done on our bike, and then we went to a local market where half of the people were actually not wearing masks and stuff. So I think for some time I had to remove my mask while I was drinking water, and while I was cleaning my face and stuff. We stayed there for around 2 to 3 hours, and most of the staff were not wearing masks there. I do not want to keep the name or where the market was and all that. The ultimate thing was there were people who didn't even had any symptoms like fever or cough or anything. No one was coughing. Everyone was completely fine. And honestly, that was me going out after like 1.5 months of complete home quarantine or something like that. So I never really used to go out. I used to get my groceries and all that online, and I tend to do a night shift, so I used to sleep in the morning, and over the weekends I used to watch TV and stuff. So I thought, okay, fine, let us go out and stuff. So on August 30, I went out. Nothing was there. None of my family were going out ideally. Maybe mom used to go out for like small vegetables and all that, and my father didn't even go to his office. He was also working from home since 2 months. So on August 30, I went out, and probably I'm thinking that is a place where I might have got affected. And then on I think it was 1st September, my father had a little fever. He got little fever, and then on 2nd September I had some symptoms like some kind of a little sore throat, and then on since 3rd the fever started. So it was ideally a very high fever, like 104 or something was for me, and 102 something was for my father. So because it is already a season where there is climate change, water change and everything, so we thought, okay, it might be a normal fever. And then we started taking all these medicines like Dolo 650 and the cough medicines and everything. So uh the fever got little intense, like for my father it was like 102, 103, and for me it was always like 104. I used to take at least 3 Dolo 650s in a day. It used to get the temperature down to 102.8 or 102. So always the fever was there. So I thought maybe it is a kind of a typhoid or a malaria or something. So on Friday, I think I was affected on Tuesday or Wednesday on September 2nd, and then was my first symptom like little sore throat, and there was no cough, nothing. I had a high fever, that's it. And even my father had high fever and body pains like me. So I thought, okay, fine, no problem, no problem. I used to keep my sanitizer and everything with me, and then I spoke to few of my colleagues, So they said it is better you isolate yourself, because I have my brother and my mom who never had any symptoms. So I thought, okay, fine, but I didn't took that much seriously. And then what happened on I think on Friday, maybe fourth I think I lost my taste. So I thought, okay, high fever, anyone can lose taste. But every time I had my sanitizer and all that near me so that I could smell. Okay, so on 5th September early morning, I wake up, I open the sanitizer bottle, and I was not getting the smell. Ideally, if you open a Lifebuoy sanitizer bottle and even if you apply in your hands, you'll get that smell. But for some reason, I opened the cap, I was not feeling the smell, and then I thought, okay, maybe something is not great, something is not right. So on 5th morning, it was a Saturday, I rushed to the nearest center, Vijay Diagnostics in Hyderabad. So they didn't had the COVID test, the one which is near my home. So they, they told me to go to a different center. They had some 4 to 5 branches which are doing the COVID test. So I went there, and they asked me for my Aadhaar card and Aadhaar card xerox. So I filled the form and everything, and then they conducted the test. They took a swab and put it into my nose, and they said it will take at least 24 hours to get the result. Okay, so fine. On Saturday also I had fever like 103 something, but still I had to go to center and do all that. And then I think on Sunday afternoon I got my result, and COVID 19 test was positive. So which means I was diagnosed COVID 19 positive. So now the second alarm was, my father never got the test done. So because I was tested positive, I started, checking for doctors and everything, because it is relatively a new thing. It is not like a normal fever kind of thing where people will say, okay, you can take steam, you do all this, you drink this, you drink that. That those all are, those are preventive measures. That is not a perfect treatment, but yeah, I would agree that, if you're taking steam and everything, that helps in, reducing your symptoms, and it will give you a little bit extra, but not completely you can get rid of it. So on Monday I happened to contact one doctor. He's I think MBBS MD pulmonologist and a gold medalist, and he's also a surgeon. So one of my friends, he referred me to him because there were a group of doctors as well in a hospital who were diagnosed positive, and he was the person who actually took care of them, and he actually cured it for them. So then he said, because your father is also having fever, it is better your father also get tested. So Monday my father got tested. He got COVID positive report on Tuesday. By the time Tuesday my father got the report, my mother showed some signs like 102 fever or something, but she never had any other symptoms, no loss of smell. Even my father didn't had any loss of smell. He only got the report done or got himself tested. Why? Because I was positive and he was also having fever, so it came positive for him. Fine. On Tuesday my father got the result. He got positive. Tuesday my mom had some fever, so the doctor said get your mom also tested. I got my mom tested on Tuesday. Wednesday her report came up. She also was COVID 19 positive. So now we were 3 people COVID 19 positive in home, and we had our brother who is not tested, and he didn't even had any symptoms. So we never got him tested. So ideally now comes the treatment. For 1 week, at least 5 days, I did my own medicine and stuff. But then as soon as I got myself tested and got positive, as soon as the doctor was decided, he tried prescribing some good medicine. The very first name that comes to my mind is this Glenmark's Fabiflu tablets. So he prescribed that course, and then the same all these fever tablets like Dolo 650 and some ivermectin for clearing the lungs and all that. But the main thing is we already had a digital thermometer and a pulse oximeter handy. So he always wanted a few things like, every 3 hours check your pulse. It should not go down below 94 or 93. Not the pulse, the oxygen saturation. So we always used to test, and it was always 96, 97. So we were in a what do you say, relief that it is not affecting the lungs or anything. It might be that 95% of cases where people will recover fast and stuff. So the treatment started, and then slowly after 3 4 days I started showing some improvement, like the fever got reduced to from continuous 102 to at least 101 and 100 in the next 3 4 days. So 1 week 8 days after I started this Fabiflu treatment and all the medicines, the complete symptoms were gone. And then my taste, my smell, everything started returning back. But I got very weak, to be honest. I was something around 115 kilos when I got myself affected with COVID, and the day I recovered, like 10th day something, I checked my weight and it was something around 108, 108.5 or 109. So near about I lost 6 kilos in the span of 10 days due to this COVID and everything. So coming to the treatment, there are few things that I can advise, but I would always suggest, if you are having even 1% of the symptoms, you have gone out, you have little cold, little fever, anything which is a symptom, can be a symptom, you better get yourself tested, not on a rapid test but on a RT-PCR test, so that it is accurate and you do not panic. Already the health ministry and everyone have given their statements that the rapid tests are not accurate, and if anyone have symptoms and they have a negative report with them for this rapid test, they should always get themselves tested on the RT-PCR test. So my day-to-day routine was something like, I used to wake up, I used to take steam with some haldi powder in the water. That was the first thing. And then I used to mix some Jinda Tilsmat or some steaming capsule, and also take steam twice in the morning. Then I used to do hot water gargling with a betadine solution. There is a betadine solution for gargling. I used to do that like 3 to 4 times a day, and in the morning I used to do that, and after doing brush and everything. So doctor advised a high protein diet. So there is a reason why he has, or every doctor is advising a high protein diet, though you are on a fever or you are recovering from this COVID-19, is in order for your body to produce antibodies for any disease, you will require a lot of protein content in your body, so that your body can produce enough antibodies to fight with those viruses. If you are not providing the proteins, the body will start consuming your own protein, like your muscles and stuff, and then it will start creating those antibodies. So better you provide little more protein, so that you do not get yourself like rapid weight loss and all that. But still, if I had the high protein diet, I had some weight loss, that is completely fine. um and then I used to have eggs after doing my brush and everything, and I used to have little bit of oats. That was my breakfast. In the afternoon, I used to have proper food like rice, chicken curry, or sambar, rasam, and everything. And in the night also, I used to have some light food. Uh, I can give you the complete prescription what I have, but I would always suggest you get yourself tested, and if you are positive, visit a better doctor whom you trust, your family doctor, or you can take advice of your family doctor and get a better doctor. And if you are in Hyderabad, I'll leave the details of the doctor who treated me, so that you can get in touch with him. I paid something around 10,000 rupees as consultation fees for like 10 days. I thought, okay, it is okay, not a problem, because fine, he is a trusted source, he has cured people, and he has a hospital and stuff. So I thought, okay, fine, not an issue. Me, my mom, my dad, we all had the same treatment going. And like after 10 days I started feeling better. So on 5th I got myself tested positive. 10 days, on 15th I was okay, I was good. And then I took little more time. So the 5th I got myself tested, 6th I got the positive report, so I gave some 14 days. On 21st September 21st, because I had no symptoms, everything was good, I was feeling better, I got myself retested, and on the same RT-PCR kit. and the result was still positive. So the doctor said it is better, isolate yourself for 1 more week, because it might take 28 days for you to show negative on an RT-PCR, because RT-PCR, the way it is done, even if there is a dead virus in your body, the result will still come as positive. So I gave little more time. From 21st, I gave some 1 week of time, and I got myself tested on September 30th. And then on October 1st, I got the report, and the result was negative. So if on an RT-PCR report you test yourself as negative, which means there is not even a dead virus traces in your body, and you are safe to others. So say for example, people say it is a 14 days quarantine. No, it is not a 14 days quarantine. The reason I am making this video is more because of that. On September 2nd, my symptoms started. I started isolating myself. I isolated myself for 28 days, so that 14 days is for me, 14 days is for others. Though you are completely okay, though you do not have fever, though you do not have symptoms, you might still transmit to others. So you cannot live with that guilt that someone else got affected due to you, and he or she has expired or anything like that. You cannot live with that guilt for your whole life. So I quarantined myself for at least 28 days till September 30. Only 2 times I went out. Those were for my tests, and I always had a N95 mask wearing and all that protection, so that the other person, even if he is not wearing, should not get influenced with the virus that I have. So that is the first thing. 14 days is your self quarantine, and 14 days extra quarantine is for the others. Few people have not even tested negative for 40 days. So what they tend to do is they tend to get a rapid test done. It is positive. To double check, they'll get an RT-PCR test done. Okay, I have a friend. I do not want to take his name. He's a kind of a celebrity. He wanted to go for a Kedarnath trek. He was completely fine, no fever, no symptoms, nothing. And at that time in September, there was this rule that if you need to visit different places in India, you need to have an RT-PCR test as negative. So he got himself RT-PCR tested, and the report came as positive. He had to isolate himself for 14 to 20 days, and then he had to get it tested. So the reason why I'm making this video is fever, cough, all these are the symptoms. There are people who do not even have symptoms, who already got affected, and they have their antibodies and everything. They can still transmit. If even if they have some traces of virus in their body, they can still transmit. So not having symptoms is not an excuse that you will spend time with your friends without masks and everything. The only thing that can save you is wear these N95 mask. If you're going out and coming home, you better get your clothes washed, and you also take a bath with Dettol water and everything. You sanitize your body. I might sound lame or insane, but what I'm saying is what I experienced. I was like, okay, I'm wearing mask for all the time. What happened? What might have happened? Maybe the virus came onto my clothes, and then as soon as I came home, I lied on my bed, and then I took bath and everything. But then again, I had to sleep on my bed in the night. So somehow it got affected. Either it may be air, my clothes, whatever it was, and I suffered. So for 7 to 8 days, I couldn't even move on my bed. For 104 fever, people are there in hospital. They are getting these saline and everything. They're getting the treatment done. Because I am a heavy personality. Maybe my immunity was little better, so that I got cured myself in home quarantine. But I have seen situations where I got myself tested on 5th. I got myself positive report on 6th, and then I was recovering halfway done. And then one of my best friends, he gets he expired due to that. He was just 28, and then he was little asymptomatic, so he never cared. And then by the time he got himself tested, it was already late. There was already water in the lungs and everything. He got admitted into hospital. 3 days down the line, on 16 September, he dies due to COVID-19. That is a very big shock in our family as well, because he's a very best friend of mine. He just stays adjacent to my building. So All this, seeing all this and seeing others who are suffering and others who have recovered, I wanted to make this video to make you people understand that though things are unlocked, though things will be getting back to normal. See, no one can stop doing his job and he can feed his family. I have seen people whose offices were opened in May, June because the unlock was done, and then even if one person had it, 5 to 10 people got affected somehow. We don't even know. Everyone was wearing masks, everyone was wearing these gloves, but there are still research going on. This is not a known thing. This is some unknown thing which came up, and it has already been 1 year we are suffering from that. It all started maybe in October or November, and we are in October, so it is 1 year down the line. Few people say it will transmit through air. WHO is releasing new notification every day. Okay, this will save it, that will cause it, and all that. What is there in your hands is your body's immune system, and then your how much you can protect yourself, and then how much care you can take when you go out and you come home back. Those are the most important things that you need to check. Recent studies have shown that vitamin D levels, people who have better vitamin D, who have good immunity, might not take that big of a hit on the virus, and also might not get affected as well. So any IT employees here who do night shifts and stuff, I would always suggest you get yourself tested, not on this COVID and everything. Just get a normal body blood test done, and you ask him to check your vitamin D levels. If you are having insufficiency or deficiency, you start having those vitamin D doses for a week and stuff, so that you can build your immunity. Start eating immunity boosting foods like chicken, protein, eggs, your vitamin D tablets. Also, what goes with that is vitamin C and vitamin zinc, vitamin magnesium, and all that. These all are the protective things that you can do to avoid this. Trust me, even I had these tablets like Fabiflu and everything. They came themselves with a very big page of disclaimer that if there are any side effects after this, they are not the people who are responsible. Not every body will react to that tablet that better. They themselves give a disclaimer that if there is some problem after taking these tablets, it is our own risk. In every box there is a disclaimer letter. I'll show it on the screen, that whole disclaimer letter. They create a lot of heat. Not everybody will completely absorb it and all those kind of things, but luckily our family never had any other symptoms. But after we were recovered, like for after 15 days or 16 days, everyone got small kind of skin rashes, but even that is gone now. So those are kind of side effects of those tablets. So better safe than sorry, and never what you say, better build your immunity so that you never get affected, and even if you get affected, the infection is less. So on September 5th, when I got myself tested, the CT value was 29.5 on the RT-PCR kit. If the CT value is less than 24, the infection is more. If the CT value is more than 24, infection is less, which is 29.5. Though I had less infection, I had 104 fever for 8 days, and then I lost my smell and taste for 4 days and all that. And then on the second test on September 21st, which is like 16 days after that, the CT value was 35.15. On the third test, which I got myself on September 30th, the value was negative. So how the CT value works, they take the sample from your body and they mix it with some kind of a DNA, and then they start watching that in the multipliers of 2, like 2 power 2, 2 power 4, 2 power 6, 2 power 10, something like that. And then at some value, the first time it was 29, second time it was 36, 35, the value ends at 40. So until 40, if they have not seen the virus in your sample, you are negative, because there is nothing after 40. So even if you have a dead virus, these enzymes that they mix to convert that to a kind of a DNA and then conduct the test, you will still have a positive report. So always my suggestion would be, if you're going for a COVID-19 test, always get yourself tested on an RT-PCR kit. If you are affected, consult your family doctor, get a better doctor, get yourself treated. If you are not affected, you better follow all the rules, maintain distance at least 1 to 2 meters, and then always wear an N95 mask without these holes and stuff. And whenever you go out and come in, you better put those clothes in the washing machine, get yourself a good bath, put Dettol, whatever you want in the water. Those are the better things that you can do. And also, primarily, start building your immunity. If you do not know you have any vitamin deficiency, etc., get yourself tested for all the vitamins and everything. If you have vitamin D deficiency, start taking those courses, because vitamin D is proving much more effective in these COVID-19 cases. People who had better ratios of vitamin D are showing less infection, who have very good values of vitamin D are not even getting affected and all that. So the people who are asymptomatic, which means they don't even have any symptom but they have the COVID-19 as positive, those are the people who have better vitamin D levels. At least you will reduce the suffering at the end of the day. And then, like I said, if you have yourself as positive, better isolate for 28 days for others' safety, so that you should not live with that guilt that because of you someone else is suffering. So that would be it, guys. I do not want to make this like a classroom session. Just wanted to share my experience. I wanted to do this on October 1st when I got myself as negative on COVID, but it took some time. So that would be it. I'm going to create a Telegram group. It will be in the description below. So this group is more of a group which will be for COVID-19 recovered people, so that tomorrow if someone needs a plasma or anything to donate, they can come forward and donate that. On October 1st, as soon as I got myself negative, I gave 1 more week and I went for the plasma donation. But due to my veins not being available properly, because they have to take out blood, filter the plasma and then put your blood back into you, the hospital people did not accept. I am a B negative blood group, which is a rare blood group, and people needed B negative plasma. So I went to hospital, a very better hospital in Hyderabad, KIMS hospital. But they tested everything and they said, I'm not finding a return vein so that I can take out blood and then put it back. It will be a problem for you. You better not donate. So I came. But my intention was to donate plasma so that someone else get, helped when in need. So people who have recovered, you can always join. Click on that link, join there, and we can help others who are already suffering and who are in need of plasma. And there is one more thing. After you have recovered like 15-20 days, you better yourself get yourself tested for COVID antibodies. So if you have good amount of antibodies, there are more chances that for 3-4 months you'll not get affected with COVID-19 if you have better antibodies. But if your antibodies are less and if still your vitamin D levels are less, so it is not an excuse. You can get affected for the second time also. So always better follow all the precautions, get your immunity back, get your immunity to a better level, and then stay safe, and that is what it is. So that is it, guys. Bye.